Well, hello, Crime Stoppers. Hi, boys and girls. Oh man, the hair is nuts again. It's Aloha Friday. I'm about to get kicked off YouTube, so I thought I'd make a quick video to tell you guys that you should probably hop on. I don't know if I'm going to do it tomorrow morning or Sunday morning, but it's probably the last weekend of me being on YouTube, and they're knocking down Parlor. It's going crazy right now, and it's going to get a whole lot worse before it gets better. And by worse, I mean worse. To be quick, let's just for fun. I bought this. See, I got my tablet this time. I got my toys all here. That's YouTube. These videos are freaking ancient. Can you see which ones they took down? Oh, the ones about pedogate. Oh, the ones about child trafficking. Oh, yeah, those are the ones they took down. And these are years ago. I mean, how old is that video? And I was going to try and load it up. I don't know if I can find it on my computer because this thing just crashed hard. Here, let me show you. Let me show you how hard this thing crashed. Do I have it here? I just put it here. There you go. Managed to get almost everything off of it, though. This is the amazing thing. So it turns out my new computer is 9 years old. Has it been that long? Yes, apparently it has. And this was the first one of them to start doing this, which is this lovely, this is no longer a hard drive that spins. It's a flash drive, right? Okay, so this flash drive right here is got munched somehow. Gee, I wonder what happened. But anyway, and apparently in this model, this is a unique drive. So if I want a new one, it's $300. And I told the guy, he thinks I'm poor. So he's being nice. But anyway, so he got me a new hard drive that was only $40, but it was only 250 gigs. So now I have to use an external drive. And anyway, I'm going to eventually, I just wanted my computer back, and I was like, dude, and plus we waited forever for this thing to come through the mail because it was Christmas and so forth, right? And the 251, I mean. But anyway, this thing is a piece of shit that doesn't work, but he left it for me because apparently you can still access it. It's just, it's fucked up. But I don't really need to access it because he managed to get everything, and I do mean everything, off of this drive, even shit that I didn't want. So it was awesome. But the bottom line is this thing is Makidai dead. And my new drive is only 250 megs. We went back to the 2000s. Because I mean, 500 megs is hardly enough. I got 2 terabytes there, but it's a pain in the ass swapping it between the external drive and this. So I'm going to get another one of these. But like I said, the replacement one of this is unique. There is exactly like one company that makes it, right? And then they apparently went to a different drive on this computer. And then it's more, like the year after this, a computer that's only 8 years old, right? And then there's the planned obsolescence for you. But anyway, the point being that you can get them a whole lot cheaper, except for this model, because this is this is what happens when you adopt new technology. But I can't complain because this whole thing, this whole setup, this whole computer was given to me. It was free, and free is a damn good deal. So anyway, I'm going to talk about, and it's amazing. I have talked to people in Fiji. I have talked to people in Canada. In fact, I just got off the phone with a woman in Canada who is serene, like me and like others. I am of good cheer. I am not worried about any of this. Do you really fucking think that the guy with the boot is getting in the White House? Are you fucking kidding me? The guy with the boot is not getting in the White House. It's as simple as that. This has been a 4 or 5, actually it's been longer than that, and I can't get into it too heavily because I'll get in trouble. I've already been in trouble. Some stiff reprimands. But the idea being is I can keep a secret though, and I know when to keep a secret. And I'm telling you, what comes is coming, and it's nothing stops what's coming, as they like to say. And I don't understand how you guys miss these 3 words. We have everything. Which one of these words is confusing to you? We have everything. Is it the we? That means us, and the us that they're referring to is the military intelligence. Let's just put it that way. There's an oxymoron. But anyway, have, that means that they are in possession of it. Everything. Every fucking thing. Okay? They've got it all. The guy that was fucking with China and so forth is not going to, the mentor, no, they're not getting that. It's not going to happen. It's not. It's not going to happen. Those of you that are delusional and somehow think that uh, anyway, it's not going to happen. Just be of good cheer. They're getting rounded up. They're literally being rounded up. The C-17s are flying. The C-31 transports are flying. The fucking Ospreys are flying. They did a whole bunch of stuff over holidays. They are putting on great theater. I mean, fantastic theater. And it's a reality TV star president. What's the best way to teach the people that get their fucking information from TV? Because I have a lot of friends that are just brain dead fucking stupid that seem to think that okay, just making sure there's no private information on the wall behind me, that seem to think that the story is going to change, or that somehow Biden's going to become a president, or Kamala is going to make it in there. And okay, these people are committing treason live on television. What kind of crime do you think they might have committed that they would rather be killed for treason? They'd rather commit treason on TV than be exposed for the actual crime. So here's how it works. You can either be put to death for this, and I say I have to be careful because I know I'm about to get kicked off, so I don't want to get kicked off yet. I want to have one more video after this on tomorrow or the next day, because my documents are going in and they're coming back. And well, they're not coming back, but the fact that they've been delivered is coming back. And the fact that I am correct in what I'm doing is being affirmed over and over again. We're going to have to go on to another platform. I don't know what it's going to be. And there isn't going to be any more of this and being able to do this over here. Yeah, if you guys can find, I have to get the thing, because here's the thing I'm thinking is that even though there's only 6 people here, but making videos on YouTube, I bet you I can source a card like that for less than $300. Yeah, fuck everything. And when I say everything, I mean every fucking thing. It just isn't on this drive anymore. It's here on this thing. This is a 2 terabyte hard drive. But yeah, there were some pictures I was worried about. Oh, documents that I wrote. They all, right? They were like, oh, they're gone. Hit recovery, and I recovered every document but one, and the one I had elsewhere anyway, so it didn't matter. So yes, I got back, as far as I can tell, every freaking thing got pulled off of that drive. And the guy that I sent it to was an Uber nerd, and yeah, he had to do a lot of stuff. And he only charged me $120 because, like me with mathematics, he just likes fixing computers. Like he just wanted to see, he goes, wow, this one's fucked up. He wanted to see if he could fix it. And lo and behold, I'm using it. It runs mostly. There's a few little glitches here. Like this thing doesn't work like it used to. My remote speaker thing. I used to like to play music with it, and it's fucking up. But I can it's kind of sort of jerry-rig it to make it work. But because see, Homeboy upgraded my system so that I am now, what am I now? I am now about this Mac. Let me look. Is it going to show me? Yes. I am now GDBD. What am I? I thought it was going to tell me. What's my... I don't know. Anyway, he upgraded to the point where now I have Siri. I don't like Siri. Siri's listening to me right now. I fucking hate Siri. I'm going to try and take Siri off of this computer, but it seems to be so intertwined that it might be difficult. But anyway, that's why I had never upgraded, because I didn't want Siri. I didn't want Siri on my computer. I don't like the whole concept of it. But anyway, the point being is, no, I'm not running Windows. I'm running fucking a Mac here. Like I said, this was given to me. What's his name? This other person that I know is running Windows 10, and yeah, I don't see that as a really cool operating system either. But anyway, they give a shit that is shit for the reason that it's shit, so that you have to spend time upgrading your computer and getting rid of viruses. So that's what Bill Gates was selling you. He wasn't selling you software. He was selling you the fixes for the software. McAfee figured that part out and jumped in on the game. But the difference between Gates and McAfee is McAfee told you that was a fucking game, and then when he got out of it, he got out of it and let you know. But no, all of this shit, it could be running bulletproof, solid, never have a problem. But they don't want that, because you wouldn't spend any money if you did that, would you? If they gave you a device that what didn't have planned obsolescence engineered into it. Anyhow, and that was one of the things. The French that was in there, fucking the yellow vest. That was one of the things they talked about is the planned obsolescence and how that was bullshit and they'd better stop it. All right, I'm about to get out of here because, like I said, this weekend, tomorrow or the next day, we're gonna have some fun. I got my tablets together. I got piles of books again. Actually, probably not going to bring the books into play, but you guys should probably read. Plenty more books to read. Hold on a second. Stop it. Wow. It's fresh basil like crazy right now. And oh, here, just for fun. And this was just a little bit of it. I only took some of it. This was a friend of mine that was getting rid of some. I'm looking right at it, and I can't think of the name at the moment. It's not basil. Somebody typed the name, for Pete's sakes. I'm just having a brain fart. Because see, something happens when I get on the computer. It's amazing that when I watch my videos, I'm amazed that I can even do as much as I do. Because when you get into that stress situation. But anyway, I got pasta boiling and stuff like that. But we have basil on the wide. All the herbs are coming in because it's Christmas time and we've been having rain and it's awesome here in Hawaii. Man, it's not sage. What the fuck is the name of it? Rosemary. Thank you. For God's sakes. What the hell? Anyway, that's a common herb. Oh, by the way, when you have rosemary like that, if you're doing stuff that you're memorizing, and like say you're reading books, and that's why in some of the old books, and I've been in libraries where you open it up and there's a sprig of rosemary in there, because it oddly enough helps you remember things. So if you have the scent of rosemary and you're like wanting to go through the Constitution or go through which shouldn't be that tough, or go through the various, books like, oh, I don't know. No, not that one. This one, probably good. I can't stress this one enough. And there's a couple others. Oh, I don't have them here because my son is reading one of them. But what is it? Fruit from a Poisonous Tree, Chained to the Sky. The information in there is solid. But the bottom line is, Capitis Divinus Maximus is a thing. All caps. Yeah, that's you go to any cemetery. It's all caps. Title case. That's a name. That's a title. Are you a title? And then in all lowercase, E.E. Cummings was your clue. But in all lowercase, yeah, that's the man. So in all lowercase, the man needs to notify various people. And number one on the list is the IRS, that you are a living thing, not a dead thing. This is turning in. Yep, absolutely. Peppermint, great. Dr. Bonner's. If you just take the bottle of Dr. Bonner's and just whiff the Dr. Bonner's, because that's real peppermint and real peppermint oils. Yep, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. You guys are looking at the oh, I can do that. Okay, they are fucking censoring so badly right now that as fast as I find stuff is as fast as they're taking it down. There was a data dump that had some. Let me look. I've got this other window opened up. I was going to do some of this tomorrow, but we don't have time. We literally don't have time. So let me see here. Let me refresh this, and I'll put it over here and see if you can still get it. And yes, you can. So go over here right now. I mean, right this fucking instant and start making some screenshots, because I'm pretty confident they're going to take this down. Let me see. Let me put over here for you. Say something. There you go. Boink. There's that. All right. Might be of interest to you. Let's see here. Like I said, it's going so fast now, it's crazy. Let's see here. Let's get and see. This may make it so that I don't have one this weekend because they 86 me for this. Nope, not that. Oh, I will put this in here. Remember last time I was talking about the theta? Here is a link to information about theta. Right. There, isn't it? Yes. All right. And then, well, but wait, there's more. And see, and I don't grudge anybody that checks out and then comes back because they know that they can just run it in 2x speed and they don't have to go through all this. Let's see here. That's my Gab page. Finally got back on Gab. That was a whole other thing. Can't seem to get Signal to work. That's the Dropbox. Uh-oh. Is it gone? Confun it. They took it down already. Wow. Did they? That's the Dropbox. That's that. Yep, it's gone. Wow. All right. So there was a Lynn Woods page on Parler. That was some fun stuff. Linwood is basically dropping the bombs, and basically, I mean, he gave you keys to Isaac Cappy's video files. I suggest you don't go look. Don't go look. Just understand that it's there, and then understand the very simple concept. Now, let's see if it'll come up. Found it. Oh, it's there. What do you know? Yes, it is. All right, all right. Throw it in there right now. This is a Facebook link. Oh, shit. I don't want the Facebook link. Hold on. Can I do it any other way? Yes. Punk. Get rid of that. And do this. Like I said, we got to do this now because this stuff, if you're interested, stop it, stop it, stop it, is disappearing off the web. They are, and it's going to get a whole lot worse. When I saw them start taking stuff down from me that was multiple years old, it's going to get a whole lot worse before it gets better. All right. So just expect it. But then in about 90 days, things are going to be fairly dandy when it comes to being able to communicate freely. I won't say I'm officially Team Trump, but you decide after hearing this much. Oops, now I can't find you guys. Am I still here? I am still here. All right. So, wait, one more. Censored on Parler. Fuck yeah, it's happening. Brat, you guys don't understand. All right, click that and tell me if it's still there. That's Lynn Woods. That's him dropping bombs. And I've been talking about this shit for, I don't know, 4 years now. And see one of those videos that got taken down? This one here. Oh, oops. Oh, come on. My, yeah, these guys, right? Any of you that are familiar with my channel don't know, those videos are years old, and yet they took them down. This one was just, see, and I did that on purpose to try to hide it, and they still found it because they're not. It's not a human. It's AI listening, and then same thing over here. And their AI has gotten to the point where it's not a problem. So wait, it's not a problem for them to hear what's going on anymore. Oh, it won't stay. All right. So anyway, point being is everybody's getting it. The president's getting it. That's a show. You're watching a show. But all right, get this much information and you decide. So Donnie made it easier to claim your gold. What gold? Oh, the gold that they put aside when you were born. Every pound that you were born they put away that much gold. Not a joke. Do you know how to claim it? No, you don't know how to claim it. But Donnie made it easier for you to claim. So if you were a 10-pound baby, you got 10 pounds of gold sitting there. I think I was an 8-pound baby. I got 8 pounds of gold sitting there. Made it easier for you to claim your estate. Made it easier for you to claim. Made it easier for you to get out from underneath the Whore of Babylon. Made it easier for you to do the things. Made it easier for you to collapse your bonds. Made it easy. I mean, so what time? Okay, this is why they are insane to get rid of this guy. What you have is the 3 temples. They're fighting with you. They lost control of the 3rd temple. That temple that they invaded on TV the other day, fucking full on. Do you guys believe in wrestling? Do you guys watch pro wrestling and just like, oh wow, no way, I can't believe that. No, okay. What you saw yesterday was pro wrestling. Right down to the point. I love it. They storm the Capitol, but they stay in between the ropes in that one atrium, right? They don't want to go through, right? And if you have you been to the Temple of Liberty? I have. Back in the 90s, before things went insane and you couldn't go anywhere and everybody's got guns and fucking anyway, don't let you see anything or get close to anything or anything. This all happened about after 9/11. But anyway, the Temple of Liberty is what you call the United States Capitol. And that Temple of Liberty is a bit of a maze. You don't just walk in and then walk into the House chambers. You got to know where you're going and you got to know how to get there and so on and so forth. So anyway, bottom line, my friends, is the theater is intense. Because what they're trying to do is get the people that do watch pro wrestling and the people that do still watch CNN and think it's true, educated. And they're going to educate themselves. Oh shit, I don't have it. like I said, there's this. I'll just hold it up for you guys to look at. Perhaps you can. Oh, actually, if you go on Linwood's page, you can find it right there. The one that I posted. I don't know if it's good. All right, good, because they're taking shit down like crazy. Oh yeah, absolutely. Wait, what do we got going on here? Yeah, they're censoring me. They're gonna. I'm finally a big enough fish with my 1,700 followers or whatever the hell it is to censor. It just cracks me up. Let's see here. Let's get off of this. Like I said, the only reason why, well, not the only reason why, but oh yeah, see, there's perfect. There's what I'm talking about, right? Okay. So in order to get to where they wanted to go, all right, this is the one of the number one tweets, because that will take you to Isaac Cappy's. The keys are there. If you want to go on the dark web, don't do it. Just don't do it. You won't sleep. You won't sleep for fucking days. I mean it. You won't sleep for days and days. You will fucking stay, and the screaming and it'll be in your head. Ask me how I fucking know. Anyway, the bottom line is, it's out, folks. It's your dumb jackass loser fucktardian Democrat asshole friends that only watch CNN. Sorry, the information is there. If they want to find it, you can find it. All right. So, and there's more. Oh, so much more. This is the tip of the fucking iceberg. Because this is just the stuff that Isaac had. There's more. So, and don't look. Just don't go look. Just know it's there. Just know that these people rape children. They traffic children. Just understand that Linwood is not fucking around, and not one of these people that he's accused or made noise about has come after him or made any noise at all. They haven't denied it. They haven't anything. They haven't told him that they're going to sue him for slander, and he's a slander lawyer. I think if you don't know who Linwood is, you should probably look up who Linwood is. He knows what he's about when it comes to the law. If I was to have a conversation with him, he'd know every fucking thing I was talking about. They just don't say anything because secrecy above all else, right? Yeah, I'm not even gonna do it. Like I said, censoring. I'm already getting kicked off. I'm confident I'm gonna. And if I don't get kicked off on this from this one, I'll be kicked off this weekend because I'm gonna do stuff that quote unquote violates their term of service. And they already told me that if you violate our term of service one more time, we're kicking you off. How did I violate the term of service? Their terms of service? Oh, I told you the fact that they're trafficking children, and they've been busted. And again, if you think that traffickers of children are going to install a president, that was the case up until now. That was the case right up until this man named Donald. And I always said, enemy of your enemy. Is he your friend? I don't know if he's your friend. 100%. But like I said, you judge for yourself. He's made it easier to claim your shit. He's made it easier for you to go through the process that I've been talking about this whole time, so that you can come out, because they're trying to restore the republic. That was the whole point of putting the 1776 flag above the White House, to let some people know that, we're going to restore the republic. Right now, the republic is basically depopulated, and all of you guys are sitting over there in the fucking service corporations called United States and state of whatever the fuck it is, Hawaii or California or whatever, sitting under the yoke of the service corporations. You want out from underneath the yoke of the service corporations? You need to let the fucking service corporations know that you're a living person. It's fucking ridiculous. I agree. But they consider you dead. And until you tell them different, you're dead. So they've created a thing that you need to... Oh, okay, well, let's put it this way. They've created a thing that they need, or they say they need to take care of, right? That needs warding, right? That's that infant of unknown origin that's dead, the estate for it. They have to take care of it just in case, and they'll take care of it up until such time as they get the death certificate, and then they're going to make some claims that you don't know about. I didn't claim any of my mom's stuff. I didn't claim any of my dad's stuff because I didn't know I had to make a claim. I didn't know I was dead, right? Go watch that movie again. I see dead people. I see dead people. Yeah, I see dead people. They don't know they're dead. All the time, because everywhere you look, it's very rare. You can spot us though. Well, us. I'm not one of them yet, but you can spot them though if you know what you're looking for. But they are absolutely. There is a war going on, literally, to keep you from the rapture. You guys all thought it was going to be guys coming out of the ground and rising up into the sky and stuff like that. No, 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 no. What it was going to be is the consciousness, where you all realized that you were dead men and dead women, through unlawful conversion and through documents and pieces of paper and signatures and so forth and oaths that they take very fucking seriously. They had converted you into a dead thing. But you're not a dead thing. You're a living thing. And once you let them know you're a living thing, everything will change. Promise. Like almost the next day. I have so many friends and a couple of people I should probably share this with, but they went and and for those of you that I've got too many thoughts going on in my head at the same time, but for those of you that are on Parler, like I'm not on Parler, they won't let me in because I don't have a cell phone and they won't let, right? I wouldn't give them a cell number and stuff like that. So anyway, if you're on Parler, go to Lynn's page and start screenshotting his stuff. I've screenshotted pretty much everything there, but every time he posts, on that page, that's the direct link that I just put here in the chat, the bottom ones drop off and you have to go to Parler to see them. So there was a bunch better, cooler stuff below, but he keeps posting, and so that stuff keeps getting pushed down. And then just be expecting that they're going to take Lynn's page down, obviously. So if it's still there, great, but it's not going to be there for much longer. Yes, Parler is going to go down. And then, see, like, understand, they've got Jack, you know, the guy that tweets, or that made the twit thing and twatters and all that stuff. Yeah, the head dude at Jack. Yeah, I won't say they've flipped him, but the compromise has been compromised. So it's a show that you're watching right now, and what they're supposed to be doing is riling up the full-on normies into thinking that, wait a minute, you can't censor the president. Well, actually, yes, you can. But see, they're going to make it so that this never happens again, right? Because they can censor him. They can certainly censor me, and they can certainly censor you. And social media and the big tech companies and so forth, yeah, they have had absolute control, and they're losing that control. The bankers. And how did they get control? Who owns all of those things? The bankers do. Who's owning that whole thing, the cabal that you talk about? It's the Crown. And then understand who the bar attorneys are. The bar attorneys work for the Crown. The Crown is a triple crown. It's Cosa Nostra. It's our thing. It's the thing. The mafia is involved. All these people are involved in the thing. The thing is three things, and that three things is one thing. Did I lose you? All right. So it's the triple crown. And the Triple Crown is a thing. It consists of Rome, and go check that hashtag, right? Italy did it, Rome did it. There's a couple of those, right? It was the Italians. Why was it the Italians? If you don't know, you don't know. But Rome, first temple. City of London, second temple. A third temple. That was the military arm. That was all the information gathering arm. That was the Sun Tzu arm. That was the military arm. They lost it. They lost the commander-in-chief of that arm. Now it's being turned on the other two temples. These two temples, all these guys have finance. These guys have spirit. These guys now finance, very important, because with finance you can own all the social media, you can own all the banks, you can own Wall Street, etc. You own the IMF, you own okay, so rather important, right? But these guys got their military, and when it comes to paper or guns, I pick guns every time, every single time. But the paper is hard to beat, but the guns will beat the paper, and they know it. And see, some of our founding fathers, again, got to be careful, not because I'm worried about getting censored, but because I'm worried about, anyway, getting censored. The other kind of censorship where you don't ever speak again because you're dead. But anyway, because they're fucking serious about some of their secrets. Like I said, they are fucking serious about it, and ask anybody. But some of our founders had wanted to do what we're doing now. Well, I'm not part of it, technically, but what Trump and the team is doing now. But they didn't have the military to pull it off. You have to remember that back in the day, the British Empire and even the Dutch and a few of these other companies, they had the technology. And the technology of that day was gunships, castles, right? And they were just coming out with firepower, muskets and so forth that could repeat and so on. But anyway, they didn't have enough of it. But now it has all been concentrated in the third temple. We spend more money on that fucking military than everybody else combined. And there were some people that were talking about China coming in and so forth. It's never going to happen. They might be able to win an initial battle that was hot, but after that they lose, and they know it, which is why they did all this stuff. Now, understand, the Chinese are just puppets of the crown. Okay, the Chinese, it's that whole socialist, communist concept. And see, this is the thing: the Chinese are more responsible for the censorship in this country than the Americans are, because it's the Chinese that the CCP, as it were, that is doing this. But it's not. But they're not. It's not the Chinese in and of themselves, is what I'm trying to say. They are puppets of a higher master, which is the City of London, and the City of London and the Three Crowns are a manifestation of another power that runs this alien ant farm that you found yourself waking up on. Because yeah, that's what happened. We woke up on an alien ant farm. We were all happy ants, all happy to do our things. 30 years ago, if you would have told me, if this me would have come back to the 30 years ago me that was like, what, 26, running the radio station and doing stuff, I would have told this me that I was out of my fucking mind and take a walk. Or maybe I would have bought him a cup of coffee and then told him to take a walk, because I can assure you that when I was running this radio station, I ran into some freaks. And some of them freaks turned out to be right. Some of them freaks turned out to be, and I wish I would have nurtured a couple of those relationships, because I wonder what happened to a couple of those guys. One of them was, as I've said, I have no memories. I don't have suppressed memories. I've done lots of memory. Well, actually, I've never done any kind of hypnotic regression or anything, but I've done lots and lots and lots of hours and hours and hours of meditation every day. Every day. I have meditated now. I believe I'm on 15 years of meditation, 1 hour a day, at least for the last 15 years. So I would expect that, and I have explored the crevices of my mind and that dark side and so forth, and the shadow work and blah, blah, blah. I find no evidence that I can come across of quote unquote alien contact or little green men or little gray men or so forth. Okay, maybe not 100% true, but mostly true. Nothing that I'm consciously aware of. However, I have spoken to guys who absolutely, positively look me in the eye, and they're not lying as far as I can tell, have had contact. Let's just put it that way. Are they telling the truth? Is their perception askew? I don't know. I can't tell you one way or the other. But I can tell you that they believed what they were telling me. And what they were telling me many moons ago, this is in the 80s and 90s, about others, looks to be panning out. Because I remember some of those conversations. And here in Hawaii, if you notice, we've had some interesting, and I mean, the police saw this, numerous people fucking drove around following these things with their cars and their cameras, because now we got cameras on Oahu. They saw unidentified flying objects. And if you think that unidentified flying objects exist, okay, I certainly don't disagree. Have always thought this. We now have more and more evidence of it. But the idea that if they can get here from wherever else it is, do you think they can go underneath the water? And that's what they saw. They saw one craft and another craft, and they both went into the ocean and never came back up. And actually, for a little while, they could see the lights under the water, and then they disappeared. I just had another friend in Fiji tell me that, yeah, she saw a round, circular, white, glowing thing fall straight down from the sky into the water. And the water at the time was like perfectly still. If you've ever been to Fiji and some of those places, it's like a lake. It's like a mirror. It's like not even a ripple, just like glass. Literally like a mirror pond for days, depending. But anyway, splashed into the water. And she thought, oh, well, that's weird. What the hell was that? She couldn't tell, I mean, because it happened so fast. And she didn't get her camera out in time, obviously, because she just saw it. And then she sat there because she figured what goes in the water is going to come back up eventually, right? Nope, never came back up again. And she just said it was toward the evening. It wasn't that far offshore. It was pretty far offshore, but not real far offshore. And just went into the water and never came back. All right, that's two. And very similar sightings, because the ones in Hawaii, what they saw were, all right, so shit is happening, is all I can say to you people. It's going to get interesting, and it's going to get more interesting, and it's going to get horrifyingly bad before it gets better. Like, we are not out of the woods yet. If we're playing baseball, this is inning number 2. If you're playing soccer, it is first quarter, and you haven't even gotten, I mean, they just blew the whistle. This game has got a long ways to go. We're not near the end. We're not close to being finished with this whole thing. It's not going to be, these guys have been in control for fucking millennia. And if you think you're going to throw them off in 4 years or 5 years, you're out your fucking minds. That's not going to happen. There is a lot to do. And you can participate into it by just taking your happy self and letting people know that you are a living soul. You may want to tell people that you want to help. Or you may just want to do your own thing and be left alone. But the bottom line is, get out from under the whore. Now's the time. There's never been a better time to fill out this paperwork and get your stuff done. Let's see here. Yeah, there you go. If you think that really, we spend how many billions of dollars, like $990 billion, and we can't protect the capital from some hippies. There's one who was great, this older woman with a mask. I mean, like, she just looked goofy, and you could tell. Anyway, really, so this culprit, this criminal mastermind, got into the Capitol around our best defense. Anyway, it's just fucking ridiculous. Like I said, if you watch pro wrestling, I'm sure. Let's see here. You're correct. Whoever, Roll Pastors, I'm sure that's code. Is that your real name? Anyway, yes, code words are, yeah. And for the most part, you guys can figure out the code. Let's see here. Yeah. I'm on Facebook still. You can find Crouton Ramon on Facebook. Haven't killed him yet. Yep, there you go. Yes, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, get him. Because it's coming. All right, so my other accounts, BitChute, is another account, and I've put links to my BitChute channel more than once. Do I have it here? Wait, I'll just put it right now. Where'd be my BitChute at? No, that's Road to Ruta. Where's my BitChute? I had it open. I did not have it open anymore. All right, fine, hold on a sec. Let's do it right now. Oops. Why am I logged out? Confound it. Oh, what? Now all of a sudden I can't get into my BitChute account. Excuse me? Anyway, it's 100 Monkey on BitChute. DHUNDRETH, right? Not 100, 100th Monkey, MONKEE. And the DH is capitalized and the M is capitalized. So DH, right? Anyway, let me see if I can get into my own account. I don't know why I got locked out. Although this seems to be par for the course at the moment. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Okay. So now, hold on a second. And that's another thing people are telling me. This is one of the ways that they do it, is that they send you into an endless loop where you have to change your password. And anyway, they have figured out that. Yes, all right. Now I can go over here, one fast one, and put it over here. So there is at least BitChute. Now we'll probably make some more accounts. And then we got to see, the idea is that in the next, I'm going to go 90 days. I'm going to go right around March, April, May, somewhere in there. Oh, there's another thing. Soon you'll be able to own your house. You won't be a fucking tenant in your own house. Soon, much of your debt is going to be forgiven, because you know what these fuckers did? I might as well not do one this weekend. We'll just fuck it. We'll just go for broke right now. And then I got to quit because I want to go take a hot bath. It's a lovely day. And I've been doing this hydrotherapy that's been working out. That's part of the reason why I got the rosemary. And also the black seed oil and a few other things. Black seed oil is magic, magic, magic. Get yourself some black seed oil. The cure for everything but death. Bad allergies. Put it up your nose. Ain't no fun. Ask my boy, he'll tell you that it is no fun at all. But after 90 days, no allergies. He refused to do it, and I did it. We were in a situation yesterday where we got exposed to a bunch of around animals and goats and in stables and so forth, and the dust was kicking up because the place we were at was super dry. So that dust was fine particulate matter. You could see it in the sunbeams and so on. And sure enough, he had an allergy attack that lasted all yesterday afternoon and all morning. I was in the same. I had a couple of sneezes, and I was fine. And this morning, I'm fine. My nose isn't red, nothing. And I've had allergies my whole life. Black seed oil, I attribute it 100% to black seed oil. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about. This is not the experiment with many brands and find the one that you like best. I have another one here. Yeah. This is the one I like best, personally. But they don't have quality control. And notice how it's empty. But anyway, the last batch I had was a lot stronger. The harder it is to take and the more it burns, the more effective it is. The one I have right now is slightly weak sauce, but it's still amazing. Skin issues. My boy had a couple of skin issues. Just been putting black seed oil on it. Takes it right off. Wrinkles. Takes your wrinkles down. Hair. Makes it so that your hair doesn't turn gray. I have found pictures of me on Facebook. Actually, my girlfriend did. Wherein this beard right here, and I've been growing it out just to see, there was a whole lot more white in it, even up here. Now that's all gone. Right? And like people don't think I'm 57, and I am. I'm 3 years off of 60 because of some of the things I do, and I try to share that with you. Because if you don't, I mean, what's the use of having wealth if you have no health? What's the use of getting out from under the whore of Babylon and having access to funds if all you do is use those funds to try to not die? Right? So the idea being is black seed oil, sulfur. I made 2 New Year's resolutions, and so far I have kept them, and I will keep them easily because I was already doing it, but now I'm just like, for certain. Tablespoon of sulfur a day. That can be 2 teaspoons, 1 teaspoon in the morning, 1 teaspoon at night. But yeah, this. And now, look, I'm doing health, and they'll make it so that this thing is age restricted if they don't pull it off at all. Because all my videos on health are now age restricted. What does that do? That makes it so that you can't watch it on a other site. You have to come to YouTube to come and watch it. And go through the age restriction thing. So you can't just like click play on some other website, because I know that some of my health videos made it to other websites. And I told you can, any of these videos, if you like what you see and if you want to share it with friends and you don't mind being called a crazy person, take the link or take the embedding and it's fine. I have no issue with that at all. This site was never about money. This was never, I mean, none of that. And I knew for a fact that those people that were going to try and do it, even my other, I've got a couple of YouTube channels, but, and you know, it's math and you'd be bored to death, but maybe some of you should tell your friends about math, because obviously this nation needs mathematics. But anyway, the idea being is that they made it so that you can't push the button and just watch play. You have to come here to YouTube. All right, this and that. A teaspoon of this a day, at least, and a couple drops up my nose. I'm doing it again just because, and because I wouldn't make my boy do it if I'm not doing it. And for him, it hurts. When you first start out, if you've got allergies or sinus problems, when you put this stuff up your nose, that is not going to feel good. But it only lasts for not even half an hour, not even 15 minutes. Well, not even 5 minutes. But when you first put it in, it's going to burn. Try to keep it out of your eyes. You can put it in your ears, but not so much your ears, more your sinus, because it's thick. So, you know, when you get water in your ear, it might, but if you have an ear infection or if you have some kind of problem, yeah. And then a heating pad and so on. Skin issues, hair issues, like I said. It's the cure for everything but death. Go look up Nigella sativa and do some research on this. This will change the health of your family forever. And most Americans don't know about it. And it's not delicious. It's not delicious. Neither is the sulfur. But those 2 things. And then the third thing that I've always told you about is the Ormus. Here's a cheap Ormus I found. Which is this one. Yes. All right. That right there is, you can get on Amazon. I think it's like 25 bucks. They have several different kinds. I use this one. And then there's another one that's a whole lot more expensive, And I notice a difference, but it's not enough of a difference. This is like 25 bucks. The one I'm about to show you is 65 bucks. So here is the $65 version. This is made from actual gold. And I keep in foil because this is weird stuff. Ooh, I'm just about out. And it's going to be time to buy more because I'm telling you, this is going to go through the ceiling. But there is this, and you just need a little bit. I've had this for months, right? I get just that little tiny bit right here at the end, right there, like that last lump right there is a dose, right? I mean, you just need a little teeny tiny bit. It will change your life. So those three things: ormus, black seed oil, sulfur. All right. Oh my goodness. Hey. Oh shoot. Ich spreche in. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. Netherlands. I'm learning Dutch. Anyway, let's see here. Sprechen Sie in bisschen Deutsch though. My German's coming along quite nicely, and so is my Spanish. Duolingo, man. I'm loving Duolingo. I'm coming along quite well. Yeah, let's see here. Yes. Yep, you do. And you gotta what do you call it? You can get on Amazon. You get the eBay. This one is on eBay. You can get this on eBay. So I mean, and do it. It's cheap. Or cheaper. And like I said, the only problem I have with that company is they don't have quality control because I ordered it again because that was one of the strongest ones I ever had, and then the next batch I got wasn't as strong. And you can tell the difference. I mean, you'll know the difference. Okay, peeps. Be of good cheer. This thing is not. It's been a couple of millennia that these guys have been in control. So if you think that they're gonna just give it up and be like, nah, yeah, you can have your gold. Yeah, we're not gonna control you with the banking anymore. Yeah, you can be the master of your own house. See, because this is the thing that people don't seem to understand when I'm watching. Besides, we have everything. Is the concept that you already don't own anything. You used to wreck your car. You register everything. You're supposed to register everything. You're supposed to register your fucking guns. You're supposed to register your car. You're supposed to register. You're supposed to get licenses. That's them selling your rights back to you. You are a tenant in your own house. You don't fucking own it. Go look on the contract. It says tenant. If you have tenants, you're a tenant that has tenants, but you are not a landlord or a master. You are a tenant. That's all changing. And they're not having it. They're not giving it up easily. The banking system, that's all changing. Get yourself some silver. Did I tell you about Bitcoin at 2,700? I believe I did. Did I tell you about Bitcoin before 2,700? I believe I did. Other people are going, I told you so when it was $1. Yeah, you should have got yourself some Bitcoin. It is going way higher. Last I checked, it was 40-something thousand. Wait, let's go look just for fun right now. And it's going way higher than that. But I agree with several people. Oh, there's a video from Mike Maloney. Let me throw that up here. Hold on a second here. This is 2 of 2. Go find, I'll give you part 1 and then you go find part 2. Pause. Yes, there you go. Okay, so. Let's see here. If you're not already on this, this is a guy that you should be subscribing to, and I would assume that you guys are subscribing to, but maybe not. So anyway, here, just give me the link. I'll just give you the link, one fast one, so you don't have to look for it. There it is. I'll click it and see it works. Oh, because if I click it like that, how about if I click it with a shift? And the answer is yes. Okay, because I almost ended the stream on accident. Oops, something went wrong. What went wrong? All right. That link doesn't seem to work. Oh, wait. That's because I didn't grab the whole link when I did my thing. You know, there are times when life just seems totally innocent. Yes, there are times just like now when it does. And let's go back over here and then put it over here. All right, so disregard that link right there and use this one. I'm hoping that one works. All right. Survey says something went wrong. Why did something go wrong? That's the link. I don't know. All right. Well, I'll try and link it underneath then. We'll see what happens. Yes, absolutely. They're gonna run it all. They're gonna do, but they're gonna run it. I think that probably what you're gonna see is this thing is gonna make it to. I mean, 100,000 is a gimme. I was thinking 100,000 in the next 2 years. Nonsense. It's going to do 100,000 probably by this summer. There are people that are calling for 700,000, 1 million Bitcoin this year. I don't know. All I know is that McAfee is not going to have to eat his dick on live TV because it's going to hit 100,000 for sure. Like that's a gimme. We're already 4/10 of the way there. Let's go take a look. One fast one at. And see, just because it's a scam, and just because, yes, I believe they're going to try and get people to put my. All right, so it doesn't change the fact that I was yelling at a certain person who's watching this to get Bitcoin at 27. I mean, literally screaming, like we're fighting over it, like over and over again. Like every time I talk to her, I was like, just fucking get some Bitcoin. Okay, did she get no? When did she finally get Bitcoin? 19,000. It's already doubled. Right, her money's already doubled. And that was just when was 19,000? That was a couple of weeks ago. So if she had gotten it at 2,700, she'd have a 10-bagger more. Like she'd have a 20-bagger here shortly. This is like playing penny stocks, except it's Bitcoin. So the idea being is that, yeah, it's going to go more. And just because you buy it now, and here's what I expect. That doesn't mean I'm correct. And I've been wrong many, many times. So you certainly shouldn't call it, really 39,847. Holy crap, bro. It was 42. So yeah, I expect a serious pullback. And just buy on the way down. When it starts decreasing, like the way it's gone up like this, and then buy it on the way down, and it's going to go back up again. You're going to see, it's going to be that. It's going to be this thing, this check mark right here. All right. So, what you'll see is it's going to take a dip, and how far of a dip, I don't know. When this happens, I don't know. Is it the one now? I don't know, because a couple of 10% pullback or 15% pullback. Now 15% on 40,000, that's like $3,000, right? So the idea being is that you'll have pullbacks. Well, that's not true, because 10% is 4,000, and another 5% of that. So yeah, it's like $6,000. It's off. But the idea being is that a 15% pullback at when it was running around $10,000, well, that was 1,500. At 20,000, a 15% pullback, well, that's 3,000. 15% pullback at 40,000, well, that's 6,000. Okay, well, $6,000 a coin. Those are gut wrenching for some people. But the idea being is that that's just 15%. What if it corrects 50%? Well, if it corrects 50%, in other words, it goes back down to 20,000, buy. Is my advice. It's me, so are you going to take advice from some guy on the internet? All right, but I'm going to just say that they're going to take it higher. All right, so then get out and buy silver or gold, or fucking convert it into FRNs. But that doesn't mean, right, that just like this other person that I was talking to wouldn't get in at 2,700, could have had 10 bags, gotten out now and forgotten about it. Right? Could have had 20 bags or 15. I don't know I'd have to do the math on how many 2,700s and 40. Whatever the fuck it was, it got way past 40 though. It was at one point. I'm not going to look it up, but at one point it was like 42, and I was like, holy crap, it's moving. But I mean, these moves are sudden and sharp, and there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin. There's 7 billion people on the planet. Do the math. And that number 1%, they're not so interested in Bitcoin as an investment. They're interested in Bitcoin as a way to move money. Now, you want to buy a child? Doesn't even cost a Bitcoin anymore. You want to trade some slaves and pay in Bitcoin? How many Bitcoins do you need? Do you need hundreds of Bitcoins? Do you need, oops, I don't have any. Do I have any? Yes, I do. Do you need thousands and thousands of these? Or do you go click, click, click and transfer and the other person, and then they take that one Bitcoin and turn it into 39,847 of these, right? Or one child, or two children, or an older woman, or, right? Now, when I say an older woman, I mean an older slave woman, that woman is going to be used for whatever the fuck they tell her to do. Lynn Wood is making it clear. So be of good cheer that they are finally being exposed, and just be aware that what is seen cannot be unseen. So you get some of these keys and open some of these doors. Be very cautious. Just stand fast at the doors of your mind, and guard against whatsoever you let therein, because there is horrifying shit out there. And Linwood did it, right? What is it? The person is given a gun. Video cameras. They are told what to do, and then they are told, right? And most people don't have the gumption. 99.999 of these people don't have the gumption because they're so mindfucked to take that gun, just like in the Nazis, and shoot the guy that handed them the gun and made them do the atrocious act. Instead, they do, in fact, generally shoot the victim. It's all on videotape. Now they got a control file. Those are the extreme cases. Not everybody's like that, because some people it just takes money, right? And you'll find that most of the people that betrayed this fucking country, most of those rhinos and most of those people in our Congress that betrayed this country to the fucking Chinese, it was just money. It was just money. Anyway, horrifying. These people are just horrifying. We have, what is it? Kekocracy, right? Kekocracy. The governance by the worst among us. The worst among us are governing us. And this is always the case, because you and I won't get involved, right? You and I won't take the time to take 4 years out of our life, which is what this lesson in self-governance was supposed to be. You were supposed to take 4 years out of your life, go serve in the Congress, or 8 or 6 or whatever it was, and then go back to your life, right? If you were so inclined, and you were supposed to be in a position where you try to make things as best for everyone as possible, make them educated, make them fed, make them prosperous, nope. That's not what's going on. They want you dumbed down as possible, not educated. They want you afraid, not joyous and happy. Right? Can't even have people over at your house now. They want, right? Everything that they don't want you growing your own food. Right? They'll even pass laws. They don't want you catching rainwater. They don't want you growing vegetables. They don't want you doing any of these crazy things. What they want is absolute, utter control on prison planet Earth. And that's where you are, right? You are on the alien ant farm. And I'm not going to get too terribly into it, except for the fact that there are others. I'll tell you that much. There are others. You should know this by now. And not all those others are benign. And some of those others can be fooled, just like, right? Because a lot of them think that we're all consenting, that we like what's going on here. Because like the children that are often the victims of traffic, they don't even know to complain, right? They don't know that this isn't right. Does that not describe 90% of your friends? They don't even know that this is not how it's supposed to be. This is just how it is. So this is the way it's always been. This is the way they grew up. This is the way that the parents sign birth certificates. They don't sign in birth certificates, right? These guys in authority can tell them what to do. All right, this is how it's always been. They look around, and yeah, the dolphins are getting slaughtered, and the whales are being depopulated, and all manner of problems are deforested. We have all kind of huge problems, and of course they get to focus on that, because when you get right down to it, this is an abundant planet, and all that shit can come back in no time. I just had a friend, ducks. Let's just take a story of ducks. She started off with 3 ducks. She just sold 39 ducks, and she still has ducks. And she got her ducks last. When did she get her ducks? She got her ducks in like April. All right. Could replace the populations. Those are ducks. Fish. Fish actually breed faster, and you can ask Hawaiians. They had their things called fish ponds, wherein they actually bred fish. We could restock the oceans. Take us 2 years. We could have abundant plant life and with just good we could change this planet in no time. And that's how fast it comes back. And see, what the evil ones are trying to tell you is that in order for us to make that happen, is we got to get rid of the humans. No. If you have the hand of man on plants and animals, you can make the hand of man can cause the desert to turn green and animals to become abundant. And see, that's the whole thing. Though everyone should be abundant. All the animals should be abundant. All the insects should be abundant. All the trees and plants should be abundant. And therefore, we will be abundant. But because we have taken this idea that nature needs taming and destroying and so forth for our benefit, well, you see the result. And now it's getting to the point where there are parts of this planet that really can't sustain humans anymore because we've fucked it up so badly. And you have to ship stuff in. We call those things cities, but certain cities, right? But any city should be able to sustain itself. We're poisoning our own water, etc. But anyway, why are we doing this? Not because we're so fucking stupid. Well, we are, but I mean, the idea being is that no, others have made this happen. Others have programmed our minds. How do you program your brain? Light and sound. That's it. There's only two ways to program this mind: light and sound. And when I say light, it also means this kind of light, right? Because what are you looking at? You're still reading pages. It's light and sound. So this, you make sounds in your head when you read this, right? Okay. There's only one way to program the human, and it's light and sound. And what happened to many, many, many of your countrymen is that they let control of their programming go to others. And now I have people nearby here that when I listen to them speak, I'm not hearing them. I'm hearing CNN speak through them. It's, what is it, Agent Smith on The Matrix? Wherein, all of a sudden they're all Agent Smith. All of a sudden they're all telling me, I found this blowing in the wind. When I found it, I knew it was brand spanking new because it hadn't even been unfolded, right? But if you read the box on this, what does the box say? What does the box say? The box say, do not protect is what the box say. The box do not tell you that this will protect you. And there's a study from the Danes. I should put it here. I was going to put that on this weekend. I was going to go dig that up. 10 million. And let's see, when they use the 10 million number, that just means a lot. But 10 million, there's no effect here. You know this. And it says it on the box. It can't. There's no possible way that can protect you from something that small. Put this thing on. Tell your girlfriend to put some perfume on. If you can still smell it when you have that on, that should be your clue. Anyway, money isn't money. There isn't any money. Get it through your heads. There is no fucking money because there ain't none. But the idea is that you can take these credits. There is value though. Your time has value. And they've converted that value into this, which is, here's the term that we need to I was quizzing my son on this and now I'm failing it because oh my gosh. What color are these folders? Why are these folders green? Let's see here. That's what I wanted to show you. While we're on the freaking subject. See, I'm just doing stream of consciousness here because this was supposed to be fast. I have a hot tub of water waiting for me and it's turning cold. I have to boil some water here because it's getting late in the day. Let's see here. Let's go there. I want to show you this picture. You want to see this picture because everything. Oh, and I just saw. Anyway, all the people I like. Well, I had some respect for as actresses and so forth. Uh-oh, what did I do with that? Oh, because of this. Right. And it is there. All right. The women have to shave their hair. The men get a black eye. That's not just being cute. What's that on her shoulder and what color is it? All right. She has shown you that she has entered mastery. It's like getting a belt in Aikido. It's like getting a fucking belt in karate. All right. She got her green belt. What does that green belt symbolize? If you've watched my videos, you know. What is she? She's seated. Is she standing? No, she's seated. All right. You want to be seated. You don't want to be standing. You need to have standing. But in order to get standing, you have to be seated. It is done. Okay. And you'll see movie star after. I just saw another one movie star where they just shaved their head and I'm just like, okay, you see that head shaving and you know what happened. You know what club they decided to join. And it's an ugly club with ugly rituals that are ugly. All right, but let's talk about the FRN for a second here. And I got to find it again in all my notes because I want to say it exactly correct. Right? No, again, are you a federal citizen? Oh, here's fun. Ah, dear. I'm going to get in trouble, but not that much trouble. Right there. Ooh, and right there. You'll need an ink stamper. Let's see here. Non-citizen national. Okay. Okay, you already know that. And if you don't know that, you should. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the actual name for the thing that they have taken the value out of. There's that. Oh, therein lies some salvation. 18 USC, 4, 1048, 287, 240. Oh, wait, we'll start 4, 242. This is all sections of 18. So USC 18, 4, 242, 241. Oops, backwards. 241, 242, 245, 247, 287, 611, 911, 916. Let's see here. 1341, 1343, 1961, 2250, 115. Left that one out. And 611. And 1048. Go look those up in under Title 18, and this will help you. Let's see here. I really wasn't going to make this a long video, but I can't shut up. I hope you guys spent some time with that link right there. JC and Shaman, those guys were pretty fun. And you know what declarations to make. See? Oh. Pause and screenshot. Oh, one more time. I've shown you this before. All right, let me find it. And then I gotta quit. And then if I don't get removed, I'll make another video this weekend just for fun, and maybe we'll put it up on BitChute. And the other thing I've found is that I can download easily off of the tablet, but not so easily when it's not on the tablet. Really? I can't find that? All right, hold on a second. Nope. Yes, here we go. It is. Understand. Here, I'll just. Okay, so stare decisis and res judicata. We're having plenty of that now because many of these governors and their orders are being overturned. So you don't really have to do as much as you used to because the way has been shown for you already. Oops, there you go. If I wasn't trying to find it, it would be right in front of me. Hold on a second. Oh, God. I should just call my son in here and have him recite if he can do it because it's part of his homework. There you go. FRNs. It's a licensing exchange transfer instrument of debt. Oh, wait a minute. A licensed voucher transfer instrument of debt. Right? Because it is. It's a voucher. This is what this is. This is what I'm describing right here. You call them dollars. Some people call them dollars. Some people call them FRNs. Some people have resorted to calling them notes because that's what they are. This is a note. But it is a licensed voucher transfer instrument of debt. What you do is you transfer debt from one person to another, and they collect interest on it. It's fucking genius when you get right down to it. Genius. These people are master magicians. And they did. They took control of your friends' minds. And the way they took control of your friends' minds, light and sound. They watch on a TV. They think it's authority. When do you watch TV? When do most people watch TV? In the evening time, when you should be asleep, right? I've been watching a bunch of fun stuff on YouTube. People that are, returning to nature and having adventures where they build their own house out in the middle of the woods or whatever, right? There's lots of YouTube channels like that. Some of them building tiny houses. Some of them not building tiny houses. Some of them building freaking crazy structures out in the middle of nowhere for fun, and they're doing it all themselves with man and a woman or a couple of guys or a family or whatever. And all of them, or many of them, have started figuring out that especially when they first start out, and they don't have electricity, right? I mean, they're like, we're starting from scratch here, right? But fortunately, a lot of them have money. Some of them had Bitcoin. They got rid of some Bitcoin and they turned their Bitcoin into land and a place, right? Getting a clue here? Theta. I put the link there. Because Theta is going to do more than Bitcoin, in my opinion. It's more useful and it's faster. And it does a lot of things like make it so that they can't censor this. But anyway, the point being is that they wind up going to sleep when it gets dark, they go to sleep because it's just easier on electricity. It's easier on burning fuel. You just go to sleep when it gets dark and you wake up when it gets light and and right. Okay, so then you get into that cycle. Well, what time are you, right? When it's dark, that's when you're supposed to, nope, that's when you're watching TV. And a lot of you guys, especially if you get up early in the morning to go to work and then you come home from work and you watch TV, what system do you fall into? You fall in, well, not system, what brain wave do you fall into? You start falling into alpha, whether you want to or not. And the TV is designed to do that to you in the first place. So you get into alpha and you might even get into theta, but you're still awake. Now you can be programmed. Right? Now shit will go into your mind that you're not even aware that that stuff's going into your mind. Right? And I was just explaining to my son watching some first-person shooter games where, and now that I said first-person shooter in front of Siri, what shows up on my, never had this happen before, on my Facebook feed, videos, live streams of people playing first-person shooters. What do? They get your brain to excrete dopamine and serotonin. Dopamine and serotonin. Those are the only two things you enjoy. Endorphins, right? So what they wind up doing, and same thing with that other device, is that's when they start putting the information in. And they can make you happy. You see these images of a white cop shooting a black guy, and that makes you angry. You see these images of a kitty, that makes you happy. You see these images of a dog plane, that makes you happy. You see these images of Nancy Pelosi, and that makes you angry, right? They're fucking with your brain chemistry. You see images of Donald Trump, depending on which side you're on. If you have DDS syndrome, you may see Donald Trump and be like, oh, our savior. You may see Donald Trump, oh, he's a demon. Same thing with Biden, same thing. But anyway, bottom line is they are controlling the secretions in your brain. They have it down, and they're not fucking around. All right, so now they've got those things, so now they can get you to start making associations, right? So now this makes you happy, this makes you sad, right? And this is how some of your sanctimonious asshole, loser, fucktardy, and Democrat friends have been programmed into thinking that somehow Biden's going to get into the White House. That's all it is. They've been programmed. They didn't have the ability, they didn't have the wherewithal to stand fast at the doors of their mind and guard against what they put in. And now you can't show them stuff. Right? You can put it in front. I talked to some people. They hacked these fucking machines live while the election was going on. The guy was hacked into those machines. Not one of my neighbors knows about that story. Not one. Right? Because they all have seen it. They all watch TV. I can come home at night or come home in the afternoon or whatever and walk past their houses and I can hear the TV on. They're sitting in front of their TVs being, or worse yet, it's on in the background. But a lot of times they're sitting there fully engaged. And if it's evening time, they got you even more because now you're in an even more receptive state. It's like a hypnotic state. It's like when they do hypnosis. And by the way, if you've got issues, if you can find somebody that is a qualified and hypnotist, and you never go see a hypnotist by yourself, bring a friend so that that hypnotist doesn't put suggestions in there that you don't want. Because not everybody's scrupulous. But anyway, if you can, and the good guys, anyway, the guys that are really good are amazing. But you go to a hypnotist and the same principle, they will put you into a hypnotic state and then they will make suggestions to you that maybe you don't want to smoke. Maybe you don't want to this and that. Maybe you don't want to be violent. Maybe you don't want to drink anymore. Maybe you don't want to, maybe you want to change some behaviors. Maybe you have some issues with money. Hypnotists can help if you want to go down that. And that's basically your biohacking. You're hacking your own self. They do it to you all the time. It's happening right now. The idea is that anytime you're on social media and this light and sound is coming at you, there's shit going on that you may or may not be aware of. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make sure that it happens under your awareness. So now fear is the number one thing. And this, I just had this conversation. Get rid of your fear. Oh my God, I'm quitting. My bath water is going to be lukewarm. And you got to have, and this is the thing, hydrotherapy, the water has to be hot to the point where you're not so hot that it gives you a heart attack and makes you pass out, but it definitely should make you start to sweat and your skin should start to, perspire. And then you drink lots of pure, good water to replace that. And that therapy alone is mind-boggling. What a difference. So between that and the sulfur and the Ormus and the oops, what did I just do? Oh, I put it back. The black seed oil. I got the empty jug here. And hydrotherapy, and you can change your health. I don't care what you got. There are many, many, many different videos now coming out telling you that calling this thing that they're putting out a is not. It's not. That's not what it is. And you're confused because they put it in there like that, right? So it looks like all the other ones, but it's not. What this is a way to get your own cells to attack you. That's what they call autoimmune deficiency, right? So they're going to change everything with this, and they're going to get rid of a whole. I mean, just do the math. If they can get rid of a few million senior citizens, you know how much money that saves them, and it's just about the money. Legal tender? No, it's not legal tender. Well, they call it legal tender, but it's not. They are instruments of debt and evidence licensed because they have a license. See, and that's the thing. If you're using their license, these licenses, then you're supposed to be an expert at using them. Okay, but the idea before I got sidetracked was the fact that, oh, geez. Like I said, there's so much to talk about in so little time. That that light and sound that they're programming you with can be, you can take control of it, and you can program self. You can biohack self, or you can let others do it for you. And what most of your friends have done is let others do it for them. And now they are hopelessly, and see, that's the point of what we have going on right now, is that they're going to use the same instruments that were to program them, to deprogram them, to wake them, as it were. So you're going to see this crazy theater that you're watching, because you got to understand, there are people among you that literally believed in pro wrestling. Okay, and then a lot of people figured out that pro wrestling was bullshit, and it was still fun to watch, so they still watch the pro wrestling. Okay, there are still some people though that they think that it's real, that those people hate each other, or that they're actually fighting, and so on. I mean, they are actually fighting. They are, in fact, hurting each other to a degree, but not to the degree that they're showing you on TV. But the idea being is that that's okay. So it's the same fucking thing with the politics and this and the programming that's going on right now when it comes to the images that you saw in the last couple of days on your TVs. And then you see the image, and then they tell you what you're seeing, right? Right? The talking heads, they tell you that, you're looking at this picture and it's a man, but they tell you it's a woman. Or you're looking at this picture and it's a woman, but they tell you it's a man. Do some research on your own. Lynn came out and told you that all those kids, that the Obama's children were adopted. And did Obama come out and say anything? Did Mike come out and say anything? They said nothing. They kept silent. But the idea is that all of that stuff is coming out, and the way they got you to think that Mike was a man in the first place, they showed you pictures of Mike, and they told you that that was a woman. And because they come from authority, and because you guys didn't understand anything about, right, there's a term for it. It's called elite transgenderism. There you go. That you didn't understand that they get a kick out of, or is it the dupe delight? That was a term I couldn't remember last time, but the dupe delight, thanks whoever posted it last time, is palpable. They love duping you. They get a thrill. It's almost sexual that they can take entire populaces and make you think that this is a man or a woman. Now, here's the other thing. Go back and look at all the people that Biden is one, but many of them. Go back and look at one of the best ones, because all us niggas look alike, apparently, to you people, is go back and take a look at Dave Chappelle. You just, it's 10 years. He changed. Yeah, he did. And they told you a great story. And I believed the story for a while there that, he got, made the offer and then he decided not to do it. Well, okay, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. It's not the same guy, is what I'm saying. Take a look at the pictures. Just take a look at the pictures. And then here's the thing, right? Look at that thing right there. You can't see it, it's in the dark. But anyway, if you can get a shot of their ears are like fingerprints. If you can get a shot of their certain parts of their eye, another one where they can't fake that, right? And you can see, they have the same color eyes, but the pattern inside is not the same. But the ear, definitely. A lot of these guys, they don't even try sometimes. Like the jaw line and the brow line are completely different. The freaking line on the forehead is different, right? Because this is a telltale sign, right? And especially in my family, see that thing right there, right? That goes in like that, right? Some people have a loop like this. Some people it goes way back. Some people don't have it at all. Some people have a widow's peak. Like I had a girlfriend that full on had what they call the widow's peak, right? It comes to a V in the top of their head and then goes out like that. Okay, that stuff, they oftentimes, they don't even care, because they told you when you were looking at the picture who that was, and you go, yeah, it kind of looks like him. So you don't even think about it. But if you would sit back and use some discernment and take these things off, you could see that these guys are not who they say they are. It's not the same guys. And some of those guys are on team wake up these ridiculous earthlings. Let's put it this way. And in order to wake up you can't have all good guys. You can't have all bad guys. So you got to have some good guys and some bad guys. So some of these guys are playing bad guys to wake you up to the fact that there's both good and evil, right? So not all the bad guys are bad guys. Not all the good guys are good guys. But for sure. But I mean, some of the bad guys are pretending or playing bad guys to fucking wake people up. Okay. Apow. And it's perfect because it's going to be, I'll quit at 2:22:22, which is in just a couple of minutes. But the idea is be of good cheer. We're winning this thing. It gets worse before it gets better. You may, in certain places, especially if you're in a city or any kind of large, urban, densely populated area, either figure out how to retire to someplace not so densely populated, especially in the next coming days. If you have to be, and if you feel comfortable, because I know a lot of people took that advice, like out of New York and other big cities. I know lots of people that moved out. You may want to get yourself some food. I don't think you need to get to the point where you're going to want guns and ammo, but there's lots of people that are talking about guns and ammo. All right. I mean, really. But it's true that if you can't defend it, it's not yours. And the other reason that they haven't done some of the crazy things they've done in other countries is because, yes, indeed, we are armed to the gills. And we have, like I said, 49% of the guns in this country. So if they somehow manage to get past our military, then they got to get past us. And they never will. Which is why they were doing this whole thing the way they were doing it in the first place, was to make sure that they were using the Sun Tzu approach. They had co-opted your government, your churches, your everything. Every bit of the society was co-opted by the Chinese, who are controlled by the City of London, who are controlled by the Crown, who is the Crown, who are controlled by others, who are controlled by, I mean, the layers go deep. You know, if you can just get to the point where you understand the Crown, you're well ahead of the game. All right, Crime Stoppers. If I can make another video, I will this weekend, and we'll talk about some other fun stuff that I have, because I didn't cover everything here, but I really do want to get my hot tub. So I'm going to go get, and I'm talking about a bathtub full of hot water. I don't really have a full-on hot tub, because if you have a full-on hot tub like that, then you got to put all kind of chemicals in there, and that's going to be where your skin. That water has been purified, actually double purified. Got a filter on the outside, got a filter on the shower thing, and then the hot water that comes through has been double purified. Then I add some Epsom salts or maybe some minerals, and this one's just going to be a hot water bath, and I'm going to feel fabulous afterwards. And very, very simple. It's hot water. And if you have a solar hot water heater like we do, it's basically cold water. So it's basically a free therapy. Well, I don't know. But remember, your water was supposed to be free. And if you don't know how to take care of that, you should learn how to take care of that. Anything that comes from a municipal source, municipal water, municipal power, municipal heat, all of those things are taken care of if you know how to fill out your paperwork. But before you do all of that, get the freedom thing figured out, right? Because if you're in there for the money, they'll know you're in there for the money, and that's going to lead to its own problems. So first things first, living man, living woman, celestial being, living soul, all those things and more. That's you. Dead thing, corporate person, dead entity, title, name, you're none of those things. You represent that thing. You're an agent for that thing, but you are not that thing. Okay. Exactly. Fear. That was what I was going to say. And before I interrupted myself, because I'm going to cut myself off. Fear. Fear, fear, fear. That's the number one thing that they program you with, is fear. You're afraid to die. You're afraid of getting disease. You're afraid of getting COVID. You're afraid of they're going to come to your door and kill you. They're going to hurt your children. They're going to fear, fear, fear. You have to get to the point where you have no fear. You have to get to the point where they come, right? Okay, so it's like the thing in the vampire movies. This, right? When they do this, right? Okay, if you don't mean it, the vampire just grabs it and eats you. But if you mean it, if you really mean it, if you believe, if you can make that sign of the cross, and you believe, that has effect. And the only way to get to that point is when you absolutely have no fear of dying. When you understand you're here forever and ever. That's the good news, right? The man told you that was the good news. You don't die. You're not Jews, right? You're Christians. You have life eternal. You have life everlasting. It's not a one-shot deal. It goes on forever. This is why Lucifer is so, it's a lovely paradise, but you're stuck here until such time as you level up, and then you can move on. But if you stay in where you harm others and you need self-aggrandizement and you need all this other, right? You ain't gonna level up, and you're gonna be stuck here. A lot of your friends, a lot of those people that chose left-hand path or chose to side with left-hand path and couldn't figure out right-hand path from left-hand path, they're gonna be on a different path. It's as simple as that. They come back for another 25,900 and something years, and it's fine. There isn't any time. There's no money and there's no time. If you don't want to go that route, then choose the other route. I don't know why it's hard. Why is it so fucking hard for people? But the idea being is that you got to choose one or the other. And if you choose correctly, you progress. And if you don't choose correctly, you still progress. It's just not as good. But the idea is that this thing goes on forever and ever and ever and ever. And if you understand that, so what if you lose your body? You'll get another one. And yeah, it won't be the same. And do you want it to be the same? You people that fucking want to be in this body for 1,000 years, you make me crazy. 200 years, are you fucking crazy? I mean, just really in the same body? I mean, even if it was this good, right? Well, not that this one is so great. I'm getting tired of it after 57 years. It works pretty good, but it doesn't work as good as it used to. But if you were wanting to really stay in the same body for 1,000 years, how about you get a new body, and then a new body, and then a new body, and then a new body? That seems like more fun to me. All right, I've gone too long. I went 14 minutes past where I said I was going to quit, and that was 20 minutes after I said I was going to quit before, and that was before. All right. So get rid of your fear. No fear. Honest to God, no fear. That will be your number one ticket out. All right, e pluribus unum. We get through this. I'm telling you, we'll come out the other side smelling like roses. There's so much cool stuff coming, but you got to get to the other side, and it's no fun if you don't get to the other side. So get through this little mess that we've got. Avoid any kind of this kind of thing. Don't do that. That will be bad. Don't do it. Because people don't understand the concept of compound poison, right? You get one and it doesn't do anything, or it does and not that much, but then you get the second one and that's the problem. Or you get this one like this, and then you eat something like fluoride or God knows whatever chemicals that are in it, and then you combine it with that, and now you've got a problem. And they do this very commonly, you eat this food and you're fine. You eat this food and you're fine. You eat this food and this food, now you're not fine anymore. That's called compound poison. These guys are smarter than us. Just admit it. You're in the food chain. You're not the top of the food chain. You've been told you're the top of the food chain. But you ain't the top of, we ain't the top of the food chain. There are people smarter than us. There are people that have hardier bodies than us. There are people that have hardier bodies than us that aren't as smart. There are people that have hardier bodies than us and more intelligence than us. And I'm calling them people, but entities, others. So understand that, but as a cohesive unit, as a, not, well, that's not the word I want, as a collective, these ones very hard to beat, which is why they have to control the collective. But anyway, get rid of your fear, get your paperwork in, make your declarations, and start walking tall and being happy, because this is the first time in quite a while that we have the opportunity that we're having now. Be of good cheer. Like I said, things are fucking awesome, but there's got to be, right? What is it? I put this in the other one. The reason why they are giving us rough waters is because they know our enemies can't swim. So enjoy the troubled waters. Enjoy the, right? And especially the Pisceans. If any of you Pisceans out there understand the little fish, and we are little tiny fish, in the waves and in the surf, yeah, you can hide in the surf and in the waves and get tumbled around, and the big fish can't get in there because they get smashed on the rocks, or they get thrown up on the beach. The little fish, not a problem, right? We like that small surf. We like that, and where the waves are crashing onto the shore, where one thing meets the other thing, right? Where the two things meet, and then where those things meet, there's the third thing, which is that, right? And that is law: land, air, water. Okay. Bye. E pluribus unum, Crime Stoppers. Hopefully talk to you soon if I get kicked off of this, and I'm gonna bit shoot. And then from BitChute, we'll figure it out. There's multiple platforms I've seen out there now that could be a thing. And also, Crouton Ramon is still a thing on YouTube. But it's just math. I don't do any videos like that at all, or like this at all. And on Facebook, and I think I'm even on Twitter. But anyway, Crouton Ramon a thing, 100th Monkey a thing. That's pretty much all the handles that I have that are me. And the reason why I did those is so that you can find me, because they're unique, right? Crouton Ramon, unique on the entire internet. 100th Monkey, that spelling, fairly unique. There's actually others, but I mean, 100th Monkey, where they spell it correctly, but I spell it with the ETH and MONKEE. Why? So that you can find me. Okay, talk to you soon. Happy Aloha Friday.